Greetings and welcome, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Making Moves Monday here on the Sweet Spot. Wow, we did it. We're ready for another week. We faced the weekend, we glided through it, we got through it, and now we're ready to take on this entire week. And I'm with you. I'm going to be your guide. I'm Dr. Derek Sweet. As you know, I'm a board-certified psychiatrist. I am a mental performance specialist. But more than that, I'm a fellow traveler on the road of growth, the road of grit, and the road of grace, the road that you're on right now. We are fellow travelers. So whether you're rising, rebuilding, or just trying to make it through another week, you, my friend, are in the right place, because this week we're stepping into a brand new series that I'm calling Unshakable. The Unshakable You. Because let's be real, life shakes us all. And when I say unshakable, I'm not talking about being immune to stress or untouched by struggle. What I'm referring to is the idea that you've built something on the inside of you that can hold steady, especially when things on the outside feel uncertain, unstable, or downright overwhelming. Because unshakable isn't about perfection. It's about alignment. It's about showing up, not because it's easy, but showing up because you've decided that your peace is worth protecting. And so let's start where we are. It's Making Moves Monday. And today's truth is, sometimes the move you need to make has to be made while everything is shaking. You don't always have to wait for the ground to settle to make your move. Sometimes the step itself is what brings the stability. Let's pause and let that sink in for a second. You don't always have to wait for the ground to be stable. You don't always get to wait for the ground to settle. Sometimes it's the step you take, the step itself, committing to making your move and making a move that brings the actual stability that you're looking for. And you know we love neuroscience, so I'm going to go right into it. Here's what your brain does when life feels out of control. Remember the amygdala? For those of you who are sweet spotters and who listen to this podcast regularly, you know that the amygdala is the threat detection center in the brain. When the amygdala in your brain sounds the alarm, it says this: freeze, shut it down, don't take a risk, don't move, stay safe, stay there. It's doing its job, but sometimes that's not what's needed. You know, in the brain where your true power lies is in your prefrontal cortex. And for those of you who are listeners, sweet spotters, you know that the prefrontal cortex is the quarterback of the brain. It's the CEO of the brain. It's the command center. That's your clarity center. And the quickest way to wake it up is to make a move. And that's why we call Mondays Making Moves Monday, because we want your prefrontal cortex, the command center in the frontal lobe of your brain, to be active. Any intentional action you take, standing up, sending a message, stretching, praying, meditating, helps shift you from stress mode to strategy mode. That's a secret. That sometimes all it takes is you to make that first move. The move is the medicine. The motion creates the momentum. And that small step, that's your resistance. That's your revolution. That's your rhythm. That's how you begin. You take a small step. You know the famous quote, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with what? Exactly, the first step. So let's get a biblical anchor in here. Let's go to the ancient wisdom. Let me bring you into a moment of sacred movement. In Mark 5, there's a woman Now, she's been suffering for 12 long years, the scriptures say. She'd seen doctors. She spent all the money she had. No relief. Still in pain. Still struggling. Still down and out. And yet, she moved. She reached out through the crowd and touched the hem, it said, of Jesus's robe. She didn't wait to feel better. She moved while she was still in pain. She moved while she was still aching. She pressed through a crowd of people to take this action. And her move opened the door, it said in the word, to her healing. My friend, that is unshakable faith. That's spiritual momentum. What if today's move is the one that shifts something you've been praying for? What if you press through the opposition? What if you found your way around, through, above and beyond or below, whatever you have to do, dig a tunnel to get to your goal? Stephen Pressfield said, start before you're ready. Don't prepare. Just begin. I love that quote because so many of us are constantly analyzing and getting ready to start and not getting anywhere because we are not doing anything. We keep preparing, but we're not doing. Start before you're ready. Don't prepare. Begin. And here's your affirmation for today. Even when things feel shaky, I move forward. My next step doesn't need perfection. It needs my presence. I'll say it again. Even when things feel shaky, I still move forward. My next step doesn't need perfection. It needs my presence. So let's land here today, Making Moves Monday. What's one move I can make today? Even if things feel uncertain, even if I don't know the full outcome, even if the ground is shaky. What's one move? Just one. Hey, you don't need to climb the mountain. Just take the next right step. Because walking in the shake builds your strength. And choosing movement in the mess, that's how you become unshakable. Do you get what I'm saying to you today on Making Moves Monday? Because when your vision is unshakable, your obstacles become opportunities. And an unshakable mind is the greatest asset in a world of uncertainty. You've been listening to The Sweet Spot. It's Making Moves Monday. I'm Dr. Derek Sweet, and I'll see you tomorrow for Take Action Tuesday, where we will talk about what to do with the pressure life brings. Until then, stay grounded, stay kind, and keep moving. Even if the ground is shaking, you keep moving. Love and blessings.